And welcome back, guys, to the LP of exactly close combat Cross of Iron. So moving on, so we have our team ready. We have everything ready. So we have a platoon leader, me. I have a group leader. I have two heavy machine gun teams with MG34s, as you can see here. We have LT infantry, which is just gonna call them light infantry because the game actually has heavy infantry and also light infantry, so I'm gonna call them light infantry. So we have two light infantry squads, rifle squads, as you can see here. You can, of course, as usual, see the details of what they have, as I previously mentioned and talked about for a huge amount of time. We have a sniper and we have an 80mm mortar. All in all, we have no more points, so let's begin with our very first battle in the close combat series for this LP. So first and foremost, I'm gonna be sure that I'll up a little bit of volume, because I'm afraid you won't be able to hear what the enemy actually does, or does most of the time, like shoot at you. All in all, let's begin. So up here, the enemy usually just spreads your forces the way it wants to spread your forces, okay? This is just the staging area, okay? So the light thing, where you actually can see everything, where your forces is your staging area, okay? The middle one here, as you can see on the map, and let's just open the map like here, and I think I can actually zoom out. Okay, so you can see light area here is your staging area, as I said. The middle here is neutral ground, and of course anything black is the enemy territory, as you can see by the flags that we have to capture. Now the thing is, if there are flags between you and the enemy, they are neutral flags, and you will see your flag and of course their flag, so to speak, intertwined. So you have to capture that. That is a contested territory, so to speak. Okay, so also if you can zoom in and zoom out, we are in zoom out, maximum zoom out, but I think yes, maximum zoom out. So you can also give orders like this to your units, as you can see. The interface is very easy to use, very nice and very detailed if you are willing to use it. After all, an F5 is your main user bar, where you can actually see all what you have, all your squads and all the squads you're yet to actually have. An F6 is actually the map. You can turn it off and turn it on whenever you want. I tend to always have it on, as it is quite useful. And an F7 is your detail bar of every single thing your unit has. So for instance, light infantry that is in this Pavlov's house has, as you can see, Schubert, Nielsen, assistant loader. I think this is assistant leader actually. LDR, because it usually soldiers, some of them have loaders, depending on if they have the MG34s or heavier. Like let's see, for instance, let's see the where is our 80mm mortar? And there you go, 80mm mortar. So we have assistant leader, you have a loader, assistant loader, I think, and a gunner, the one that actually shoots. So this Dementol is actually just a freaking 80mm mortar thingy, 80mm mortar squad. So you shouldn't use these guys in the assaults, unless you of course waste your HE ammo, which is high explosive ammo, and you have 63 rounds of it. If you use it all, you can put them somewhere to defend, for instance. Or if you're really in need of a force and you actually lost most of your units, I hope you didn't, you can use them in attack. Okay, so that's about it. So we have shown you, well, I have shown you what you have here, and what you have here, right? Cool stuff. You have zoom in, zoom out, so you can zoom in also. This is actually quite useful in the urban areas, because I at least love to zoom in. I love the graphics of this game, even they are blurry as hell. I love the look of it, and that's about it. So in previous year I said there are soldiers outlines, so to speak. So if you go to options, you general, and you have like gameplay, as you can see here, team info bars show command and soldier outlines. So if you go, for instance, outline soldiers in black, you can see their outline in black, and you might actually see them even better from the distance, so to speak. As you can see, a little bit better, I guess. Yeah, a little bit better. Just to see where your soldiers are, because it's hard for them sometimes to see the soldiers or even enemy soldiers. So you have that option, and of course we have here team info bars. Again, team info bars provide information about an entire team. You can select the type of information shown or specify not to show the bars. So we have a show command as per usual. We have ammo, experience, morale, suppression, fatigue, health, cover, and cohesion. I go with the command because I know that that command just tells you that your platoon leader or any kind of squad leader is around your teams. So if you press space, you will see what your team's actually, you can see their actual area of effect of your command, which give the actually enemy incentive to fight better and have better morale. And that's very important later on. All in all, those are the things that you can actually change during the game. You can't change, again, the difficulty, and you can't change the realism settings. So what you have now is what you're gonna have to the end of the game, and that's about it. So here we have, of course, because I have chose a balanced squad, I have 2 light infantry squads, I have 2 heavy machine gun, I have a sniper, a mortar, and that's about it. Of course, 2 squad leaders. So we're gonna utilize them as like this. So I'm gonna actually turn off the soldier outlines, maybe because I'm annoyed. I like to have a nice, clear, crisp view, so to speak. Do not show anything. And that's about it. Prefer it like this. Again, I love the graphics in this game. I love how they look and all the good stuff. So we have a machine gun here, which MG34 here. As you can see, 2,500 rounds on him. We have Kraus and Hurst. Hurst has the MG34. Kraus as assistant leader has the awesome stuff. And then, of course, you can see the assistant and again a loader on the heavy machine guns. A specific squad like heavy machine gun team has, of course, an assistant loader and a loader and all the good stuff. You know, all the good stuff, all in all. So let's see where we should actually put our soldiers first and foremost, because this is the very beginning. But again, the enemy has like excellent position at the very beginning here. He has the hills. Okay, we don't have hills. We have this one house and we have clear terrain towards us. Now, mind you, there are trees here that might actually impede the enemy progress and enemy actually accuracy towards us if the enemy actually spawns here. It's not always the same, so remember that well. It's not always the same. So I'm gonna put my heavy machine gun here. I think this is the best position. Now if you right click on your teams, you're gonna get the list of every command you have. You have a move, move fast, sneak, fire, smoke, defend, and ambush. Defend and ambush are your just classical stay in place commands. You don't have to actually give them, but at the moment, as you can see, they're ambushing, right? Ambushing means that the enemy, or should I say enemy, or your units, at this moment our units, will fire at the enemy if they are 30 meters ahead. Okay, only if they're 30 meters. So if you're in a house and you have ambush command on, that is like if you are uncertain if you have ambush or not, you just say ambush. You have this green half circle thingy, okay? So you have this thing and tells you that they're ambushing. So in there, your unit is, for instance, is in the house and the enemy is getting close. On 30 meters, they will open fire, and any unit that is that close will usually and probably die from that heavy machine gun fire. So all in all, it's an excellent thing, and of course, this is the way you actually hide your units from the enemy. And if they start noticing that you're in that house, you may immediately say ambush, and they hide and try to hide at least as best as they can against the enemy mortars or infantry fire or tank fire. So anyway, that's the ambush. Defend command tells you usually that they will immediately just shoot anything they can see, and then of course if they actually have a line of fire towards them. For instance, as you can see here, the green thingy, you can see the green line as represent how excellent you are. Okay, as you can see, this far green, a darker green, tells you a mess, a little bit of a mess probably. Okay, a red line tells you an obstacle is in there, in the place. As you can see here, they will fire to that tree, but not beyond that, because there's an obstacle. Okay, the good stuff, the bad stuff, the ugly stuff, all the good stuff. Yeah, the good stuff. Okay, that's for now. I'll talk about later things that actually when they happen, all that. So we're gonna put the HMG team here. Why? Because I think I can actually cover this a little bit hill here. Maybe not actually, because of those 2 trees. We have too many trees in front of us, and we can't set up beyond this part. So maybe here, yes, maybe here, yes, here. I think this is a good position to just cover the hill 101, because I'm gonna actually put one of my there's another heavy machine gun team. I'm gonna put one heavy machine gun on this plane of existence, this big hill. Let's see the fire option for him. As you can see, it's massive. It's freaking massive, okay? Range is massive. 322 meters of perfect. They're gonna be awesome about this, okay? As you can see now, their yellow numbers tell you usually that you're getting far off your course and they're probably gonna start losing the accuracy right there. But all in all, they're gonna be perfect where they are. Now I'm gonna put my sniper. Where is my sniper? Where is my evil sniper? My evil sniper is there in the Fields of Glory. I'm gonna put him here. I'm gonna put him here onto defend, both onto defend here. Okay, they're all defending, ambushing, whatever, defending. When you give them this command, they're defending, okay, until the game begins. That this status, I think, won't be changed. So anyway, defense, fire, let's see. Now the black thing tells you usually, as you can see, 21 meters. He's a sniper, right? And all the good stuff, the bad stuff, and the ugly stuff. As you can see, the black thing, usually black number, I think, tells you usually that, again, there might be an obstacles or some crap like that. But all in all, as long as you have a green line, I think it's a perfect way of actually able to shoot the enemy. But we shall see, as I'm still pretty freaking new at this. So anyway, I have the group leader. I'm gonna move one of my group leaders here to this side because I'm gonna attack from right and the left side up there. So the group leader under the Schneider will actually support the heavy machine gun and another light infantry squad. Not this one actually. I'm gonna put this one that is here. Now, that's 80mm mortars. Let's see. We have this light infantry. We have this light. Okay, they're on an open field there. I'm gonna put these guys here actually. As you can see, we have 7 guys in this team, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I'm not mistaken. We do have 7 guys. And again, we have a yeah, this is not a MG34 again. This is a anti-tank weapon, and that's a good thing, right? And also, what we have on the bottom screen here are what your squad is, or the enemy unit is. You have the ranks, as you can see here, the good stuff, the bad stuff, the ugly stuff. You have the experience or morale bar. I'm still thinking of what the hell is purple, what the hell is gray, but I'm thinking the purple is actually the experience and the gray is actually morale, but we shall see as the time goes on. I'm gonna start remembering this kind of crap. Again, what it is, what it's doing, and of course the health of your units inside the squad. And here you have anti-personnel and anti-tank. As you can see here, are there numberings there: 2, 4, 8, 16, blah blah blah, 32, 64. Okay, those are meters if I'm not mistaken. So you have 2 meters, 4 meters, and all that. So as you can see, anti-personnel, which are just hand grenades against any kind of infantry. We have up to 4 meters, we are excellent. We're going very bad, 8 meters medium, and of course 16 to 32 meters barely hitting anything maybe. Anti-tank, same thing. Anti-tank great at 2 meters, up a little bit to 4, and of course bad at 8 and 16 and 32 and 64 doesn't even exist. Okay, so that's all you need to know about that. Of course, we have the ability to drop smoke grenades and of course hand grenades. The good stuff, the bad stuff, the ugly stuff. All in all, again, what you see here, if I did not mention, is this line, command line, which tells you again that the group leader's command radius, and we're under command. We have a morale boost, and of course we have better efficiency in fighting against the enemy. So we have a platoon leader, aka moi. I'm gonna leave myself a little bit exposed here. Actually, I'm gonna put him behind the building because we do not know where the enemy is gonna spawn. It's not always the same, and it's not always the same units, mind you. So remember this well. It's not always the same. I'm gonna put 80mm mortar here also. So 80mm mortar will fire upon the enemy wherever you actually want. They have a big range. They can cross, as you can see in the entire map, and do excellent stuff if they're able. Especially if the enemy is in the open terrain and moving. Guaranteed hits most of the time. So anyway, 80mm mortar there. Now you have also shortcut keys, for instance. You have, for instance, Z is move, X is move fast, C is sneak, V is fire, and of course B is smoke, N is defend, and M is ambush. Okay, so for instance, we press N, as you can see they're in defensive position. If we press M, they're in the ambush position. All in all, I think the best way is to use the shortcut keys, but you know, you can also control one key, all the crap, but I don't ever use that, to be honest. I prefer to use right click. It feels good, it feels awesome, and I just like looking at this freaking screen here. So anyway, We have set up everything we can. We have platoon leaders. Everything is set up. Hopefully we open fire at the enemy as soon as and hopefully of course we can actually see the enemy up on these fields. But again, the enemy doesn't set up always the same, so you have to be worried about that also. So the game won't be the same every time you actually start a freaking battle. So also you can give commands in the setup mode here. So we can give them to move fast like this, and hold shift to actually add the waypoints. So we can tell them to go here like this, and they will have a waypoint immediately we start moving. We're gonna move slower with the platoon leader. Well, the squad leader here. I'm a platoon leader actually. Your platoon leader, of course, is you, Demonicus, Demon, if you will. Demon is preferable. Anyway, because reality-wise, human language does not have ability to actually say my name correctly. So, Demon, heavy machine gun here. We have a sniper support on the hills again. We have a high advantage, and let's begin this. So at the moment this is map, and you will see the red dots when I talk fast, my mind just stops at moments. So be careful about that. So anyway, we will see the red dots if they're on the freaking map. At the moment we're not seeing anything, and of course per usual teams are trying to relocate their positions. Man inside teams that is trying to do their best to find cover and all that. As you can see, heavy light infantry here is trying to move as fast as possible onto one of the parts where I told him to move, because moving fast on the open terrain is the best way to actually get yourself killed. Not really, that actually helps you a lot, but again, when you don't have an option, that's the best way to do it. We have a heavy machine gun again opening fire if the enemy is there. They lost the ability of leadership because the leader is out of their range, as you can see here. Now we're moving as fast as possible. You can also move your waypoints wherever you want them to move. And again, now we are in these positions. These are, of course, entrenchments. We can utilize them in the best possible way. Now let's see fire, and you can see we can actually open fire here. The trees will, of course, be a little bit of a problem, certain trees, but all in all, we should be able to open fire on most things here. Yes, as you can see, here and here, all in all. Again, the range with red, it's really getting a little bit hard and hard to shoot at the enemy. Problem is black is definitely you ain't gonna hit a target. But we shall see this time. There is also again a manual. There's a huge amount of manuals for charts and how it actually looks, and every single command and all the good stuff, the bad stuff, the ugly stuff. And the music that you actually hear in the background, yes, it is from Great Battles of World War II, Stalingrad, my favorite game of all time. Well, the game done in the Enigma engine, the Blitzkrieg engine, if you will, and the best freaking Blitzkrieg game made. And it's not a Blitzkrieg game, the most important thing. Okay, so group leader here. Moving on, again, I'm gonna move him slowly. Now we're gonna sneak up to these positions, to this, a little bit more of a ridge line, if you will, because again, we need to see the enemy. That is the point. Now, mind you, the enemy might also have mortars, so all in all, this could be also troublesome for us. So I'm gonna move a heavy machine gun here, move him, and of course we have platoon leader, aka me. I'm gonna move fast. Again, using camera is the best. Again, using the arrow keys, because they help you a lot. Move fast here. So all in all, move fast, because we have an open terrain. The enemy might actually be in these buildings here, that is here. So they might actually start shooting if they have any kind of view towards us. If they actually have any kind of man in those buildings. Hopefully not, because they can actually kill everything we have here. So we need to support them with heavy machine gun fire. We can suppress the enemy inside the house, drop a smoke, get inside the house, and beat the crap out of the evil Russians, if need be. So at the moment, we actually have nothing. They have no target, as you can see. Reports are there. You can also move this circle, like left clicking on the circle and moving like this, or also right clicking and then acknowledging with the left click. I prefer to use the left click in all situations. So we're gonna sneak in towards this position, sneak in towards this position here. Well, actually won't, because I think I can actually fire nicely towards the enemy here. Maybe a little bit, but nonetheless, my heavy machine gun and sniper should be able to cover most of the approaches of the enemy part. So the thing is, the enemy might have mortars, and that is the problem. They have mortars, mortar support kind of, you know, kills most of your stuff usually, and you know, that's bad for us. So let's sneak again towards these trees, get our heavy machine guns up here, so we have some kind of coverage towards the enemy position. Hopefully we won't be able to fire at the enemy as of yet, because the enemy, we won't be able to see the enemy yet. That's a good thing. As long as we don't see the enemy, that's a good thing. So let's move, sneak actually. We're gonna sneak or move. Let's sneak, because again, open terrain kind of bad. Or well, let's wait for the heavy machine gun to set up, cover our approach as the light infantry moves toward this house. I'm gonna move toward this house, get some coverage. Hopefully the enemy is not, they're probably gonna kill 115, and maybe in these buildings here, and they're probably covering the bridgehead. We have, as you can see, we have captured the flag. Sometimes the more flags you have, you win the game, and sometimes when the morale breaks, we have seen the enemy around this position, so they definitely are around those positions here. We have to be very careful now. Very, very careful. Oh, there they go. Oh, shit, son. Run away. Run away, though. This could actually kill most of our teams. Yeah, we have Hurst is dead. Fuck. Sneak out of there. God damn it. ATR team. Wow, great. So, what to do? Oh boy, let's see. We don't know where their mortars are, but they definitely can see us, and that's kind of bad. I don't want to shoot anywhere, because that's kind of defeats the purpose. We already have one loss, and that's kind of bad for us. That's the very beginning of the freaking thing. As you see there, kind of bad. Here we have what, ATR team. There goes the actual shot from the sniper. The MG34 opening fire, you can hear by definitely the different sound for all the weapons, so that's kind of awesome. Gonna start sneaking towards those positions there. They have ATR teams. I have no idea what ATR, anti-tank rifles probably. Yes, probably 8 anti-tank rifles. But again, they have mortars, kind of mortars. You know, kills. I mean, already lost one of my teams here. I'm gonna try and move fast, or maybe sneak in. Actually, I'm gonna sneak in. Let's see what number. Okay, we're gonna sneak towards this house. Do the best possible. As you can see, the MG34 opening fire on what he can actually see. And funny thing, we can't really see that much. You know, I don't know where to actually. Okay, I'm gonna start shooting here. I'm thinking that definitely those positions there. Oh my God, they're actually attacking. Let's hope we survive this, because this is a platoon leader. We can't die. Okay. You can actually hear where they're actually firing from most of the time, but yeah, sometimes it's very hard to do that. I mean, to hear that, because again, the enemy might actually be very close. As you can see, oh my God, there's a huge squad of enemies there. And there they go, opening fire. I mean, they're in open fields, and we should be able to do a massive amount of damage towards the enemy. Enemy spotted, yes, we do see them. That we can't actually support our stuff, sadly. Damn, they're very concentrated fire upon our positions here. We already have one, and one is cowering also. Wow, if we actually survive this, this is gonna be awesome. I want to try and bomb as much as I can. I have no idea where the enemy might actually have those troopers and all the good stuff, the bad stuff and the ugly stuff. The 80mm or whatever mortar they actually have, quite bad for us. Thankfully, the MG34 is actually doing a massive damage towards the enemy there. Wow, direct hit. But again, we are hiding as much as we can from those mortars of theirs. And again, we're behind the building. They can't really see us, or maybe if they can, they really can't shoot at us because of the building, through the building and all that good stuff. I should really move myself, but I don't want. I want to see if I can actually survive that, because that is just ridiculous. Okay, we'll have to move out of this place because this is getting ridiculous. Move fast, because at the moment they're not shooting at us, so they're probably getting their ammo on. And all the good stuff, the bad stuff, the ugly stuff. And now, do we have actually open fire towards the enemy with the heavy mortar, well, heavy machine gun? Yes, we actually do have ability to shoot at the enemy. How about you actually get inside, stop covering the little bitches, get inside and shoot the enemy. As you can see, again, who did someone die? Nobody died, but we did have a damage from the mortar fire, it would seem, or maybe even a grenades, as you can see here. We're gonna try and close in onto the enemy flanks as fast as possible, actually. Get this command squad inside there. Yeah, oh great. We're like, I don't know, but we're so unlucky when it comes to these mortars. It's unbelievable. Cossack infantry. So those were the Cossack infantry. Okay, good to know. Now let's get these guys as fast as possible towards those trenches, because I want to find that 80mm whatever mortar they have and kill it. I want to freaking kill it. Again, losses are staggering for us, to be honest. And we actually won, but yeah, only by a ground you control. Okay, so the battle ended because the Russians fled the battlefield, the Germans gained control of area and will advance. This is what I got. Your rank plus 100. Your force strength expected, opponent's casualty expected. 0-0 there, and ground your control plus 10. So this is the score points I guess you gain. All in all, that's okay. Your casualties minus 10, ground he controls minus 10. It was kind of bad for us, but we killed one. A wounded prisoner, as you can see, destroyed, damaged, captured. Again, the same thing. Killed, Russian losses, killed 2, 3, 5. So 2 leaders, 3 infantry, in total 5, in total 4 here wounded. All the good stuff, the bad stuff. But I think that the reality-wise, if those guys actually survive, we'll go to the next map. So those mortars survived, and they will probably go to the next map, and we'll expect those mortars yet again. Whew, that's kind of bad. This time around, usually I am good as hell with this, but sadly I'm not now. So I'm gonna save. Yes. Yes. You're about to replace what? Save. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay, so I probably did from before when I actually played a little bit that first stage of the Operation Barbarossa. But nonetheless, all in all, major victory, scoring, battle score, reality level, and all the good stuff, the bad stuff, the ugly stuff. And of course we click next. This is what we have. Now because we have a dead persona here, we'll have to refit him with something. That will cost us 15. We can, because he's dead. If I'm not mistaken, that's a dead thing. Yes, that's dead for heavy machine gun team. So again, it would cost us 15 just to resupply, replace that bastard. That's kind of bad, especially considering that we have only 108 stuff. But I'm not gonna actually replace him. I'm gonna leave him dead for the moment. So refit back. All in all, the guys are a-okay. You can see, of course, soldiers here. You can see what they are, how healthy they are. Usually after the battle you should see what they got, if they got any experience. At the moment we suck ass because we didn't do much to the enemy. But you can see here history. You can see absolutely nothing in history. Kills, as you can see, group leaders, who did the most damage, who killed the most stuff, who raped and pillaged the most people. All the good stuff, the bad stuff. Then the medals, of course. If we got any medals, no medals at all. Kind of, to be honest, this is kind of bad, but it's okay. We're at the very beginning. And again, let's check what the purple and the pink is. Well, pink and the pink and the gray. So experience, and so the pink is after all morale, and the experience is the gray thing, the blue thing. Experience shock troop sniper. That is, sniper is the elite one here. All in all, we are a-okay. We can get more stuff if we really want. We may get a support, another support, ATR team. As you can see, the ATR team. Let's see what the ATR teams are. Use AT rifles. We don't need to, because at the early stages of war, we don't need to. They have not really that many tanks, if any. So conscripts, we'll never take conscripts so on infantry, so we might get more stuff, but that's gonna be next time, and all best.